We got people coming for Easter tomorrow, and if I start out the day by working on trains instead of getting ready for the party, I think there'll be trouble. Some of them are still frozen, which makes them easier to pick up. Man, that's a lot of shite. I guess if you do the math, it's a week's worth. Okay, this is an Accucraft Aster Heavy Mikado, Great Northern. It's an incredibly beautiful paint job, which is why I bought it, because I guess I'm a sucker for pretty things. I've noticed on almost every one of these I've ever seen, the safety will pop and then the engine slows way down and sometimes even stalls before the safety resets. And I have a light Mikado and I just bought this heavy Mikado, and they're both the same way. So on the light Mikado, I replaced these short fat safeties with this taller skinnier one. It's an M5 thread, and Accucraft calls it a 1/32nd scale safety. I think these work better. They don't have this tendency to drop 30 pounds before they reset. The spring in there, the tighter you make it, higher pressure it will retain. Looser you make it, it'll be less pressure in the boiler. The issue isn't setting these to the correct blow-off temperature. The issue is when it does blow off, it drops too much steam before it resets. And then once you get them set where you want them, a lot of people actually put a little drop of paint in there to keep that thing from rattling around when the safety goes off. That adjuster, literally you can see it turning through the vibration of the spindle when it's going off. I don't put a drop of paint in there. I just put a drop of the Loctite triple deuce. I don't use a wrench to put these on, but apparently other people do. I just tighten them by hand. I might have to turn the camera off while I fool with this. I might have to get a socket out. Like I said, I just make them finger tight. Now I'm going to go hook this engine up to air so that I can set. I'll set this one to go off at around, ideally 65 pounds, and then this one will go off a little more than that. Basically, this one will never go off unless something goes wrong, and this one's not keeping it at the correct blow-off pressure. Let me get the air. I'll be right back. A lot of what I've learned about running live Steve engines, I learned from a guy named David Morgan Kirby. Never actually met him in person. So I was recently working on Aster Reno, and that engine does not have the luxury of a pressure gauge. This engine does. So I'm going to crank that up just a tiny bit. Actually, I hear the engine popping already just by cranking that up. Let's see where our safety, our pressure gauge here. Looks like it's right at 60. That's pretty close. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to loosen this guy a little bit just to find out what pressure he likes to go off. You see what I mean about those not receding? All right, I'm gonna go put a little more pressure. All right, let's go see what the gauge on the engine says. Yeah, that gives me the second safety. I'm going to call that good. You actually don't have to worry too much about letting it goob over into the spindle. Even if it does sort of catch it at first, you can just grab the spindle and once it starts moving, it'll work just fine. So once we're under steam and out on the railway, we will probably have to fine tune them. She's out there again, YouTubers, trying to make me feel guilty. But you saw me this morning. I did yard work this morning before I started playing with trains. Don't let them come between you and trains, YouTubers. They do it on purpose. The more she runs, the more that safety reseats a little more readily every time. So I think with a little run-in, it'll be just fine. Honestly, this locomotive isn't really even run-in yet, so starting to pop more frequently and not last as long. Although that time was a little bit long, but still, that reset at about 60 pounds, and that's pretty darn good. By the way, we got a 16-car train plus a caboose, so I think that comes to 17 cars. Respectable train. Already did my yard work. Stop trying to make me feel guilty in front of the entire YouTube. What a great engine. Yorkshire. Yummy. I think I'll call this the color train. It's a colorful engine. I got all my MTH, MDC, and Pico cars, which are all colorful, mostly. The Accucraft box cars are spectacular. But you know, they're all boxcar red, which is prototypical. And this train ain't prototypical, it's colorful.